but you know what I mean? But it was,
No, we didn't.
but it was good.
All right, call this meeting to order. This is a meeting of the Littlestown Area Board of School Directors. This is a live in-person meeting taking place in the public in accordance with the Sunshine Act. By attending and or commenting publicly in this meeting, you're consenting to the recording, retention, and future viewing of this meeting. This meeting is also being live streamed as a convenience to the public. In the event the live stream fails or cannot be transmitted for any reason, the in-person meeting will continue without interruption. Gary, would you please call the roll?
Dwayne Sullivan.
Here.
Stephen Yerger.
Here.
Nick Lovell.
Here.
Mary Brenneman. Here. Janelle Ressler. Here. Amy Ewan. Here. Danielle Brenneman. Here. And Carl Thompson is not here.
Okay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We now recognize members of the public who have signed up to provide comment as stipulated in Policy 903. When your name is called, please approach the podium and state your name, confirm you're a resident or taxpayer in the district, and the topic of discussion for the record. Please direct your comments to the board as a whole, not to an individual. We ask that you limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. Privilege to speak may be interrupted, revoked, or a recess of the meeting may be called by the chair if the speaker does not observe reasonable decorum and rules of conduct. Thank you. Suzanne Johnson.
I don't have this. My name is Suzanne Johnson. For those that don't know me, my daughter attends this school in the district. I'm a parent, resident, voter, and I don't have prepared comments. So I'm just going to speak from my heart again on the same concerns that bring us to seeing the third resignation in less than 2 years since this new board took place after the last election. It's extremely disheartening. It's extremely disturbing. It's clear there's a lot of chaos on the board, and you know, people like to point fingers at me. I'm just a parent. I'm not the reason that these 3 people resigned. You all need to look at yourselves and what's going on, because it's not about the kids when you guys are fighting the way you all fight. It's ridiculous. And now we're seeing Mr. Lawyer, just like when I was sad to see Mr. Miller resign over y'all's nonsense. I'm sad to see Mr. Lawyer resign over y'all's nonsense. I didn't always agree with him. I don't always agree with everybody on this board, but he was generally respectful and willing to bring up a different point of view in a respectful way. And he would, you're losing a very important voice on that board, because he speaks from a teacher's perspective and a sports perspective, although clearly this board has too much emphasis on sports. Here we are meeting in July because of sports, which we don't need to be meeting tonight. But anyway, you all need to take a look at yourselves, get it together. Just like I said, when y'all forced the last president to resign over a year ago, I said that wasn't going to be the magic bullet to fix your all's problem. They're still going on. Then you had Mr. Miller resign, and now you have yet another resignation. Get it together. Don't tell me that you're putting the students first when it's clearly just about fighting up with each other, and for some reason blaming me and saying when I bring up a different point of view that's somehow misinformation. Although the same things I'm saying for a year, like for example on your financial situation, now I'm hearing you all repeat the same things. So I don't know. You all need to get it together and stop. I'm not the enemy. I am a parent. And if you all are not listening to my voice, then you are not listening to a parent in the district. A well-informed parent that has been coming to every meeting almost for 4 years. 4 years. I'm not an uninformed parent. I read everything you put out. That can't be said about most of the people, okay? So the people that come in this room that aren't even part of our district, that are here just to sow problems, that come just for that purpose. buy land and then sell land just so that she could come up here and put down one board member and me, and I'm not even on one board. And it's ridiculous. This is not, you guys aren't putting the students first, and it needs to stop. And I'm very, like I said, I just want to end on, I'm very sad to see Mr. Lawyer go. You guys should be sad to see him go, and you all need to figure out how to get the teacher's voice in here, not just saying, well, the superintendent talked to the teachers, because you know what, the superintendent doesn't hear what the teachers want to say, because the teachers feel gagged and can't say what they want to say. You know, I've heard from so many teachers that they do not feel free to say what they need to say. So you're not going to hear their voice through the superintendent alone. So you all need to figure out how to hear from the teachers directly. Thank you.
At this time, the board is going to recess for an executive session to discuss personnel.
Yes, the class of, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 56. That's the thing, like, we never had 56. I want to see what's going on.
Yes. Yes, we live right over here.
Have you always lived here?
I would let you know. I'm Dan Lawrence. I'm the Teachers Association president. I'm going to be meeting with, we have met a few times at the end of the year for a couple of things with Carl and with Tim. I meet monthly with Tim. I also suggested to Carl or whoever ends up as, president, if he's not elected or anything like that, that we're also going to start to meet monthly or quarterly, depending on schedules. I know they're very busy and stuff like that for exactly the stuff that you're talking about. So we can kind of complete the triangle there.
Wow.
But I think it's important that we do that. But your concerns are, I understand.
The
your
teachers are
concerns.
terrified to say anything. They can't say anything on Facebook. I mean,
Well, we wouldn't want them to do that either. I
No.
mean, that's from that perspective,
the
from a
teachers
professional
should be
perspective.
able to share what they want to share. I'm not talking about student things or individual grievances, but they should be able to give a point of view and not be terrified to speak up.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like they are terrified to speak.
Well, we may agree to disagree with that one, but but anyway, I just wanted to
Yeah.
let you know that there is more of a link. There is more of a link than there was before. And Dee and I used to talk, quite often, but things were a little different. Things were a little bit different then. But so I just wanted to at least let you know that.
Well, and then, I mean, I just think, but I think because of the dynamic of this board, you speaking to Carl alone is not going to be enough either.
No, that's fine. And when the time comes, I want to also make sure that whatever I offer is also appropriate. Because I wouldn't care who comes. I wouldn't care if the entire board came to ask questions, or to at least know that if there is a teacher perspective that's needed, ask me. I'll get the perspective. If it's not at the high school, I'm at the high school. If it's something more particular to the elementary,
teach,
health and phys ed at the high school.
Okay,
Yeah.
my daughter's going in.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, if there is a perspective, like, I can get that. And I'm not one that's, afraid's the wrong word, but like, I'm gonna say what needs to be.
Okay.
I'm, if anybody, you ask any of these folks around here, like, I will say it, and, I'll say it tactfully and professionally, but when questions need answered or concerns need heard,
Yeah.
then I can be that avenue, which is what our association does
Well,
also.
well, that's the thing. Like, I came from Prince George's County, and they had a strong teachers union. I mean, they're going to let you know what they think. They're involved in all the negotiations. I mean, they are not cowering. The teachers do not feel afraid to come up and give public comment at meetings on issues that are before the board. I don't think these teachers feel like they can give a perspective. I'm like, I'm not talking about individual grievances, but if it's something on the agenda, they should be able to give their perspective.
And certainly.
And I don't think they feel like they can. And I've seen it. I've heard it from teachers. We have somebody that worked at the school apparently with, there was something with one of the board members' dogs, and she couldn't say anything because she was terrified to speak.
Wow.
I mean,
I understand that's not something for a board meeting.
no, but she couldn't even
Yeah,
give
right.
her perspective on social media, because if you speak on social media,
And
you're going to be in trouble. The Littlestown surrounding areas has got and surrounding areas Facebook page has an admin that's a teacher, and if she doesn't remove things that the board might not be happy about, or the administration might not be happy about, then she feels like she's going to be in trouble with her job. This is a First Amendment right, and it's not even her making the comment, it's because she's
Correct.
an admin on the page. She feels like
Correct.
they have to
Correct.
shut down any I'm like, this is a community page. The community should be able to share their feedback. I mean, they will trash tons of things, but if it's any hush over any hubbub over school, they shut it down because there's a teacher as an admin, and she feels like if she doesn't, she's told me, they've told me that if they don't shut it down off the page, then she could be in trouble because she's an admin on the page and she didn't take it off, and that's her job. I'm like, no, that's not. She shouldn't be in here.
And we also, in fairness though, we're also talking about Facebook, where anybody can start another page and be able to blast off and do whatever they need to. There is a balance, but I understand what you're saying.
No, but what I'm saying is that the school shouldn't, and her job shouldn't dictate what's being done on a community page. And they do not shut down other comments. The only reason that those comments are shut down is because she works for the school and she's an admin, and she feels terrified that if she does it, it'll affect her job, because things have happened in the past that I've heard directly, like other things have happened. And that's not okay. Teachers are allowed to have opinions on things. Teachers are allowed to have a life outside of school. Teachers are allowed to walk their dogs. Now, do they have to air it on Facebook if they don't want? No, but she shouldn't be terrified because of her job I have something to say about it, but I can't say anything because I work for the school. What?
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Fair point.
But my point, again, back to what I was saying is, Brian and I, like I always said to him, the times that we would, like I've gone to him, I said, Brian, the reason I'm upset is because you didn't go and say something. You get to give the teachers a voice. Sometimes he would speak up and sometimes he wouldn't. I'm like, Brian, you need to speak up every time. Well, I don't have the numbers. I don't care if you don't have the numbers. This board wants to not hear anything that's not the majority opinion, and that's not okay. And I feel like, and when I saw him resign, obviously it's because of, and that's why I'm saying, like, just meeting with the president is not enough, because you can see the fighting that's going on.
Oh yeah.
And so it goes to, if it goes to one person, if it's well, the superintendent says the teacher said this, or the president said the teacher said this, but each board member didn't hear it, then how do we know that that's what it said, or that you would have interpreted it differently?
Because we haven't done it in the past, it's also one of those things that I would be all right. Like, I'm not always able to be here. I've got a lot of other commitments and stuff.
Right, right.
But if it was if I would happily provide a summary to, the summary of what we discussed to the, to the board at large, or to have it read during public comment of the last time, or if we met quarterly, that a quarterly update of what we discussed to kind of close that gap. Again, those are all just, kind of feeling out to see how things are and things like that. But at least wanted to, address, that while we hadn't done it, but it's something that we're, something that we're,
I appreciate that. 'Cause
considering.
like I said,
Sure.
I don't want to see the teacher's voice gone out of it.
Correct. Yep.
That's the
Yep.
thing.
Understood. Yep.
We know
Understood.
nationwide that that's become a problem.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And out of all places, at a small school district like this, if the teachers' voices can't be heard, that's a problem.
Yep. Fair
That's what I was
point.
saying. Like, I come from Prince George County. There was 200-something schools in our district.
Where Prince PG?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had more of a relationship with the board member, direct contact with board members. I had direct contact with the superintendent and responses. And I'm like, I move up here. No one will talk to me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Well, when Mr. Bigger was here, it was different. But, it's like, if I had direct contact with, in a district where there was 200 schools, and there's 3 schools here, and you guys can't manage communication better than that, that's a problem. And that's what I'm saying, and that's what I was saying, like, make sure the teacher, like, they need to make sure they're listening to the teacher's voice. And I'm glad you're gonna, the
Yep.
teachers are trying
Yep,
to make
we're
sure
gonna-
their voice is heard too.
We are. We are.
So you excited for the school year?
Yeah, I was just telling Dr. Becker, I said, he goes, I said, it's going all right. I said, I think I've made it to that point in the summer where it's like, let's just get back. Like, it kind of gets there. I
feel like it's already
my oldest
back.
son works full time, and he's going to college, and my youngest son's a senior, going to be a senior in New Oxford, and football is like starting full bore with them. So, there I am. I'm sitting at home, I'm getting some things done, but I'm just like, we need to get this,
Well, I got to
get
the
this
end of
rolling.
June, and I was like, I didn't plan a summer trip yet, and it's July, so I just hurry up and put a trip on the books because it's like,
Yeah, it'll be here before you know it.
well, band camp is this week, so my daughter's doing that. She had soccer camp last week, so with the soccer team, because she's doing girls soccer
Good.
and band.
Good. That'll be busy. That's going to be a
Yeah,
busy
that's
fall.
what I said.
That's going to be a busy fall.
And then starting 9th grade, I'm like, oh.
And that's I'm probably biased, but I feel like our ninth grade staff is fantastic.
Yeah.
Our staff at the high school is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think you'll see that. Agree with that. But,
We got a new counselor for the 9th graders, I see.
yeah, the
So
8th and 9th grade.
I
Yeah,
reached
there'll
out
be
to
8th and
her.
9th grade.
Yeah.
Erica, yeah. She's got 2 girls at the high school.
Oh, does she?
Yep,
Okay.
she has 2 girls in high school. One just came out of 9th grade, so Brooklyn will be in 10th grade, and Emily will be a junior, I guess. So yeah, super nice. Super nice. She reached out to me already because they come in and do a couple things in our health class.
Yeah.
In our health class that we have, because Mrs. Wenrick, who helps with volleyball, and she's also one of the PE people. Her and I teach together because we get large groups.
Yeah.
And so we have all the kids for health, health, and then they switch back and forth to PE. So we do all the health. But yeah, we're excited. It's a
So
good.
do all 9th graders go through health? Like, I don't know what it is.
Yes,
I'm
yeah,
still
actually,
trying to
they'll
figure
get
out how
2
the
weeks.
schedule's
They'll
gonna
get,
work.
she'll have a little insight, because we always tell everybody the first night of, when we go to back to school night, it's,
Yeah.
if health or PE is on your schedule, they'll both be marked at the same period. Just all go to the gym that first day, because we'll split them up alphabetically, take half of them, we'll do health, and then we switch every 2 weeks all year. 2 weeks of health, 2 weeks of gym, 2 weeks of health, 2 weeks of gym, all year
okay.
long, as opposed to a semester.
Okay, and that's just for 9th graders?
That's
or?
9th graders, yep.
Okay.
Yep, and then once after that,
Then it's just if you're trying to for like weights or.
yeah, you can do
cardio.
weights, you can do the weight class, you can do the cardio class, or you can do traditional PE.
Yeah.
And those are semester courses the rest of the time.
But the only time it's required is 9th grade, I would guess, or no?
You have to get 2 full credits, and each of those are a half credit, so that you'll have to get, they basically do a PE every year.
Oh,
It's two full PE credits. So the first year, the 9th grade, they get that half a credit. Then 10th, 11th, 12th, you can double up 1 year, so you don't have to take it 1 year.
Gotcha.
But there's still another credit and a half, and they're half credit courses for
Gotcha.
the rest of the time there. But Yeah.
But ninth grade, it's health and PE all year, and then after that,
Altogether,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
the
ninth
math
grade's a
PE.
little bit, yeah, the
You
ninth
just
grade
take
was a
like a
little different.
semester each
Yeah, about
year,
8
maybe.
years ago, yeah, about 8 years ago, we switched because health used to be, health for the young kids used to be in 10th and 11th grade. 11th grade has stayed, but they wanted to move health 10, which was more physical health and stuff, to ninth grade and make it a lot of mental emotional health. We had, you know, a lot of team building, digital citizenship, bullying, cyberbullying, anxiety, depression, a lot of different hot topics
Yeah.
to try to address those. You can't do them all in the first week, even though, you want to get to them right away, but it's good. So instead of just having, we kind of put that all year the way we did that. I don't know, at some point it may split back up, but it's not gonna for this year.
And then 11th grade, they take a health also?
Yes, there'll be another health class.
But it's not the all year thing, it's like
No,
half
it's
a
a
year
semester.
health,
Yep, it's a
half
half.
year.
Correct.
Gotcha,
Yep.
gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, so, yeah, I reached out to the guidance counselor just to see,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, she is, like, she had some learning supports. She doesn't have a 504 plan,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, man, she's going into ninth grade and doing marching band and doing soccer.
That's
I just
a-
want to start from the beginning, like, make sure she
Yeah.
knows who the team is, who she needs to talk to if
Yep.
she's,
They're
needs
super
some,
good.
you
They're
know.
super good. Yeah, that's a thing. If it's a time management's going to be
Yeah. Oh,
put
yeah.
to the test for sure.
Yeah.
But it can be
it's-
done. It
yeah.
can be done.
And then, like I said, I
Late
just want to make
nights,
sure
though.
she knows and I know if I see something, like, just catch it early and who to speak to. Like,
Yeah.
that was the thing I was
Yep.
saying to
Yeah.
Miss Principal Golden. I was like, I just want to make sure
Mm-hmm.
that, we can catch those things, because sports are important, marching band is important, but academics is important.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All,
Yep. Yep.
So we
No,
got to find a way.
Yeah.
So.
Is she a pretty good student? I mean, at least conscientious, or?
Oh, yeah.
She'll be
I
fine.
mean,
She'll be fine.
she's, she just has some additional
Sure.
supports,
Yep.
like.
Yep. I know
she
both of my
needs to
boys had
be-
504s up in New Oxford, and
Yeah, she
I had
just-
to be on them constantly.
Yeah.
To get it done. But
Well, no, that's how I was in elementary school. I had to be on her, but she got much more independent
Yeah.
in middle school, so
that's
that was
good.
good.
Oh, very
But
good.
she even advocated. She's like, I need to be in a smaller group for testing. Just pull me out, and I'll do better. And she did. She advocated for that in 8th grade, and they did it, and it worked. It's like, just put me in a different room where I don't have as many people, because she's just undiagnosed but dyslexic, and I paid for private tutoring. It's like
Yeah.
just easier
Yeah.
than fighting
Yeah.
with,
Yeah.
We were in Prince George's County for elementary school. They don't have, they had one reading specialist for the
Oh,
entire
gotcha.
6th grades, for K through 5. One,
Yeah. Yeah.
And we went to a Spanish immersion school, so she learned to read in Spanish first.
Good Lord.
So it didn't help with her dyslexia very much. But anyway, so she just needs more time to process things
Right.
and quieter environment to
Right,
process.
exactly,
And then, and she did so much better. Like, I'm like, well, she knows she needs it, then, she just needs to,
Yeah.
support to make sure that she gets pulled out,
Yeah.
or if that's, and maybe that's all she needs. We'll see. But,
good.
things like that, just to stay on top of it. So where's
sure.
your kid going to
They
college?
go. He actually went to Penn State Altoona this freshman year. He's transferring to SHIP, so he's going to be a little bit closer.
Okay.
A little bit closer for business accounting.
Okay.
Yeah, he's looking forward to it. He has more friends there and stuff. And Altoona was such a, like, that was a trek. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just, it wasn't. I mean, it's not terribly far away, but just it was just
Yeah.
a trek.
Well,
So,
I was telling him I graduated from South Carroll, where he was.
okay,
when he,
okay, all right.
His first year at South Carroll was my last year at
All
South
right,
Carroll.
Gotcha.
And growing up, just like here, I don't know about the kids here, but when I was in South Carroll, it's a very, rural,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like here, small town. I couldn't wait to get as far as possible
Yeah.
from the place.
It's
So I
funny.
went to Massachusetts.
even when I went to, I graduated from Delone, and even in 1991, we had, it was like Shippensburg was like 13th grade. Like, we had a lot of kids go to SHIP,
Yeah.
from around. So yeah, it's.
No, I wanted to get as far away as
Yeah,
possible.
I went to Lock Haven. I went a little bit further away, but end up right back where.
Oh yeah,
where we
no,
get
that's the thing.
started.
That's why I'm like, I got as far away as from
Yeah.
possible. I went to Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And I went to a business school, so I had to take all the accounting,
Yeah.
finance classes. I mean, I majored in math, but I still had to take all the accounting and finance and marketing and management because they are a business primarily school. But then I ended up back in Maryland, so. But I spent 20 years down in Prince George's County because I worked for the Census Bureau.
Okay.
And we're down, our office is southeast of DC. So,
Oh, yeah.
so commuting from like my parents' house, I did that for a year after I got out of college. I said, I gotta move.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
And Bowie is way different than here.
Yeah.
But as my daughter, we moved up here when she started 5th grade. Because I was like, nah, you're not going to middle school with those people.
Yeah. Yep.
People, we were like, the town we were living in, the 13-year-olds were carjacking people at gunpoint. I'm like, okay, that's the people you go to school with. No, we're
Do
moving.
you commute to work, or you work from home?
No,
a
I
little
work
bit?
from home.
Oh,
so
that's-
that was the thing. Was like, what was it? 4 years ago I moved. So what's
even
it,
if you have to
like
only go down
2021.
occasionally, that's fine. But
Yeah, well, so our office had been closed for COVID. So when I moved up here, I'd already been working from home for many years, and then they were doing construction on our. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah,
All right. Well, it's good talking
nice
to you.
meeting
Yep,
you.
you betcha. I'm sorry.
All right, the board will reconvene. Can I have a motion to approve Jeffrey Alasakis as the athletic director effective on or about August 13th, 2025?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion on the floor and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Alasakis, would you like to introduce yourself to the, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but would you like to
Correctly?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Come on.
Well, first, thank you, board members, Assistant Superintendent Berryman, for this opportunity to serve as your athletic director. I am honored and grateful to lead our athletic program. I look forward to working with our dedicated coaches, our talented student athletes, our supportive families, and our engaged community to build upon and to enhance an athletic program that in the short time that I've lived in Littlestown, however I grew up in a town the size of Littlestown. Some of you may have heard of Mindersville, Pennsylvania, just up 81, if you go up 81. And I know the value of a small town and of a school to a small town and the athletic program to that. And I look forward to working with you to build upon and enhance that program. It's going to be a joy to work and collaborate with all of you and all of our stakeholders to use our athletic program to instill the values of the district and the community into our student athletes, and to just continue to grow our program and have people unite and be proud of what it's about. So thank you so much. Go Bolts. Thank you. I'm sorry. I just told me this class, how do you say my name? Alasakis.
Well, on behalf of the board, I'd like to thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for applying, and we're excited to have you and welcome you to the district, and excited to have you as part of our team. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Noel. Thank you.
So can I have, at this time, a motion to accept Brian Lawyer's resignation as a member of the Board of School Directors effective July 14th, 2025?
So moved.
I have a motion on the floor, and a second. All All in favor signify by saying aye, or, I'm sorry, is there any discussion?
I personally like to thank Brian for all the time that he's served this district. I mean, he's always treated me with respect. We've had disagreements, but when it would get bad, he would say, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be that way." He was just, he would always be respectful, and I appreciate that. And he did put his heart into this district. And so I just want to thank him for, his time and effort that he's put into it. Thanks.
Any other discussion?
What did you do, 10 years?
6.
Just,
You said 91 months.
I did many
I
policies.
think he was just shy of 8,
I did many policies with him.
maybe,
and,
maybe he knows, but,
Yeah, just, thank you for his service. He did a lot for us.
thank you, Brian. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Under old business, the board met in executive session on June 16th, June 19th, and July 10th to discuss personnel matters. Is there any new business to be brought before the board? Hearing none, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second, Steve Haber.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.
Go to work. Yeah.